Do that before this halftime thing. Let me find my. Yep. And Joe, for when you.
This is a Valley loaded with excellent freshmen, but Tywan Pickford, he gets my vote for freshman of the month of November for the Valley.
All right, more similarities between these two teams visible here in our starting lineups. A presentation of Casey's General Store. This month at Casey's General Stores, get any large made-from-scratch single-topping pizza, breadsticks, and an order of wings for only $18.99. Casey's, famous for pizza. Both teams have not changed their starting five this season. Along with McCoy, 4 upperclassmen, juniors Chris Clyburn and Shakur Justin, and seniors Jordan Johnson and Jovan Morin. And for UNI, along with Pickford, 2 sophomores in Juwan McLeod and Isaiah Brown, and seniors Clint Carlson and Bennett Cook. As UNLV tries to go inside to McCoy, and it's tipped away by Bennett Cook inside.
Nice move by Cook to front the big man McCoy. The Rebels try to do a little high-low action.
Juwan McLeod setting up the offense. Was named to the Battle for Atlantis All-Tournament team after this past week when UNI won 2 out of 3 games. Shot clock under 5. Clint Carlson in and out, no good, and rebounded by Justin.
Well, this is about establishing pace and tempo. You can see Northern Iowa deep into the shot clock.
Morin will fire the 3. That's off the mark, and the rebound to Pickford.
We'll keep an eye on Pickford's rebound numbers. There's his first.
UNLV in their first true road game of the season here. All of their games have been inside the city limits of Las Vegas.
Well, Brad, they've only got 4 players on this UNLV team that have played a road game in Division I basketball.
There's Clint Carlson inside working against Justin. Has to put it up with the shot clock winding down and missed everything. As we take a look now at our keys to the game, a production of the Hilton Garden Inn, Cedar Falls, the preferred hotel of the Missouri Valley Conference in Northern Iowa.
For UNLV, it's going to be about tempo. They need to speed this up. They may do it with pressure, and we saw it early. They got to feed the bigs. Don't fall in love with the 3 ball. Panthers, pack line defense. That's what they're known for. And can they rebound with one of the best rebounding teams in the nation?
Here is Justin showing his range from 16 feet out. And UNLV strikes first here in the opening half.
We got the obvious matchup inside with McCoy and Cook, but this Carlson-Justin matchup is going to be a good one.
There's Carlson, the backdoor cut, puts UNI on the scoreboard.
A little overplay by the Rebs. Nice move, Clint Carlson.
The senior Carlson coming off a 7-point, 8-rebound performance to Villanova. And UNI could have had numbers if they could have kept it in bounds, but they'll keep possession.
Well, Northern Iowa iced the ball screen, kept it on the left side of the court, forced the turnover.
Here's a look at Pickford, the freshman. Pull-up jumper, misses his first shot of the game, and in transition, UNLV trying to get it down to McCoy. It's Carlson with the steal. McCoy can run the floor. He's an athletic big at 7 foot.
Yeah, early leak. He has great feet, and you can see that rebound in traffic. Now, Clint Carlson cannot get fouls in that situation.
McCoy pulls in the rebound.
I mean, Clint just got there too late. You got to keep your hands out, 5th-year senior. Come on, number 2.
UNLV head coach by Marvin Menzies, and for the UNI Panthers, their head coach Ben Jacobson. See him at the top of your screen in his 11th season. This is Clyburn up top.
Jacobson, a top 4 finish in all his seasons for the Panthers in the Valley.
Justin gets another basket, and he's got the first 4 points for the Running Rebels here in this first half.
Justin, junior college player of the year, excellent footwork and upper body strength.
Brown gets it inside to Cook. Cook, little fadeaway, baby hook, gets her to go.
Nice hesitation by Cook. He froze McCoy just for a second and came back with that pet move over the left shoulder.
Clyburn in traffic, draws a bump.
Well, you can see this pack line defense now. It's going to close off driving lanes. If you're a Reb, you're going to try to go in there. You're going to run into some white jerseys. Chris Clyburn, a familiar name, state of Iowa. His brother, Will, played for the Iowa State Cyclones.
Return trip to the state for Chris Clyburn. Said he attended his brother Will's first career game at Iowa State. It's the friendly roll here in the McLeod Center.
Well, thus far, this tempo is favoring the Northern Iowa Panthers, using a lot of shot clock at the offensive end.
It's a foul away from the ball, and it goes against Cook inside. And it's UNLV 200th career win last year. You see him at the top of your screen there on the right. And trying to get it going at UNLV.
He's done a fabulous job in just his second year revamping this program. And he says he's got all his own guys now. Of course, having the big man, the aircraft carrier, McCoy, certainly helps.
Looking to get it inside to McCoy. He's got Brown on his back. There's another tip pass. It was Cook that tipped it again, and Carlson with the steal.
Well, one of the things the Panthers want to do with McCoy is double him, dig from the perimeter. Not a great passer. Thus far, they've caused some turnovers.
Carlson, a floater in the lane. There's Pickford with a rebound. Cook comes up with the offensive rebound and draws a foul. And you can tell the UNI shots, it looks as though the length of McCoy inside is altering the shots of UNI.
But you got the fifth-year senior, Bennett Cook, going against the freshman. Nice job by Cook to go with his left hand, throw his body into McCoy.
Bennett Cook, an 82% free throw shooter on the season. And Spencer Haldeman checks in for UNI.
This is the first trip the Panthers have been to the free throw line in quite some time, as they did not get to the line against Villanova. Foreign territory for the Panthers.
Second free throw is good, and Bennett Cook gets a breather as Austin Fife, another true freshman for UNI at 6'9" out of Waverly, Iowa, is into the game. We're tied at 6.
Well, the freshman Fife will be a huge factor today. Cook's already picked up a foul. Carlson's got a foul. Fife's freshman on freshman.
Trying to feed it into McCoy, and now a foul. But McCoy wasn't even able to go for that pass, but it's going to be a foul called on Fife, the freshman inside. Here's another look.
And Fife got him arm locked in there. Now, Fife hasn't had a lot of experiences. He got a concussion earlier in the season, missed some games. He'll be a huge factor for the Panthers. Austin Fife, the all-state out of Waverly Shellrock, but he's got to get some game experience.
Both teams with some young guys that are a factor, and that's going to be 2 quick ones on Austin Fife, the freshman.
Well, he took his arms, extended them over McCoy. Now, Fife played 12 minutes at North Carolina, 5 fouls. The freshman's got to learn, elevate to the ceiling.
So up to the free throw line, Brandon McCoy, the 7-foot freshman. 5 double-doubles in 6 games to start his college career.
And what I like about McCoy, Brad, he's not a drifter. He wants to go right in the paint, right in the block, demand the basketball.
McCoy, a 71% free throw shooter. So pretty solid up at the free throw line.
We had 26 points, 17 rebounds against Utah's David Coletti. There's an experienced center. McCoy just toyed with him.
Such a mature presence out there for a freshman. There's Carlson getting by Houston, and UNI's in front by 2.
Now, they talked about Carlson on the wing at shoot-around today. Left-hander, keep him out of the middle. Left the driving lane wide open.
Haldeman strips Houston. 5 turnovers now committed by UNLV. Juwan McLeod gets the switch, and he's got McCoy staring him down. McLeod fires the 3, and Clyburn with the rebound.
Fife battling McCoy inside again for position.
Gets it on the lower block. Mooring, a deep 2. Rebound to Pickford for UNI.
Pickford's 3rd board. Great rotation by the Panthers coming out of the double team.
Pickford fires the 3 off the mark, and that's Mooring, the senior, with the rebound.
That might have been a little quick for Northern Iowa.
This is Johnson trying to get around McLeod to step through, and a traveling violation called on the running Rebels. So another turnover committed by UNLV. It's the Panthers by 2 here with 13:28 to play. There you see Ted Friedman checking into the game, the 6'9" senior, a 5th-year senior out of Ankeny, Iowa.
Now Friedman's going to be a big factor in this game because they need 5 fouls against McCoy. Even if he plays 4 or 5 minutes a half, they need Ted Friedman to play error-free and get some rebounds.
That's Spencer Haldeman, the sophomore out of Western Dubuque High School.
Well, Marvin Minzy said, take away the 3 ball. That was a big factor, number of 3s. Northern Iowa using it to advantage. Ball fake, drive to the rim.
Sheklin Dembele in the game for UNLV as Johnson shoots the runner. And now Clyburn goes to work, spinning towards the rim, draws the foul.
See Clyburn in there. Fife established.
And that went on Fife, so that's number 3 now on Austin Fife.
Austin Fife's got another bad day at the office.
Clyburn spun right into him.
Looked like he held his ground fairly well. Here's what Northern Iowa's done an excellent job of, Brad. They've kept Jordan Johnson under wraps. Now, Jordan Johnson's a 5th-year senior, transferred from Milwaukee. Rob Jeter's old coach, went on the staff with UNLV. Jordan Johnson is 2nd in the country assist, over 8 a game. The Panthers have kept him from getting in the open court.
You got UNLV on the season shooting 52% as a team. Feed it into McCoy. Got 4 different players averaging double figures for the running Rebels. For UNI, 3 different Panthers averaging 10 plus.
And Hunter Rhodes on the court now, run the point for Panthers. He's been injured most of this season. Ben Jacobson going deep into his bench.
There's an offensive foul that will go against Isaiah Brown.
Well, new point of emphasis. You cannot extend that left forearm as you see Isaiah Brown do. Can't invade the defensive player's cylinder. Now you can see how that white jersey, they're all packed inside. Take away driving lanes. Can UNLV hit the 3 ball?
Anthony Smith in the game as Dembele lost it. And that's 7 turnovers now committed by UNLV.
Brad, they're not used to playing this pace. The Rebels, they want to get up and down. 96 points a game. This has turned into a good old-fashioned Midwest tractor pull.
There's a foul that goes against UNLV. Javon Mooring whistled for the hold, and that will take us to a break.
But I like that Loyola team. And then Missouri State gets the win in the challenge match against Colorado State. Missouri State beating the Rams at home in Springfield.
This Missouri Valley Conference Mountain West Challenge as Haldeman fires the 3. It's provided some fun matchups. Get to see some new teams. And really by the time the season rolls around to March, you've got an opportunity to put a quality win on your resume early on. Well, 3-point try by Beck is good.
For the Rebs, a chance to get a road win. And Northern Iowa, a win over a quality team. This is a Mountain West team, UNLV. They finished last in the Mountain West last year. Can they get the first? They have got some talent.
That's Hunter Rhodes for three. UNI back in front on Rhodes' first basket.
Big lift. Rhodes was not even on the Rebel scouting report because of his injury. Ice in the ball screen again. That's caused problems for UNLV.
There's a feed inside. Mbele. Shot won't go. Gets his own rebound. Working against McDonald. Shot won't go again, and Rhodes comes up with the board for UNI.
Great rebounding teams. Their guards rebound. Rhodes in there. The smallest guy comes out with the board.
There's McDonald driving, reverse layup, no good.
Not enough strength to finish.
Johnson lost it. Here comes Hunter Rhodes.
Guts of a cat burglar. Hunter Rhodes sticks his mid in there and comes away with the ball. Brad, this icing of the ball screen on the wing by Northern Iowa, keeping the ball pinned on the side of the court, is really causing UNLV some problems.
That foul goes on Dembele. As UNI goes to their bench, Carlson, McLeod, Pickford, Cook, and Brown. Starters back there on the floor for UNI.
The battle for Atlantis. Ben Jacobson went 7 deep. Much more confidence today at home.
Cook working against McCoy, and Cook gets it to go. Bennett Cook with 6. Well, excuse me, 4 early ones here.
Cook got caught in no man's land. Brandon McCoy right to the rim. Now that's an aircraft carrier, Brad. Big man, big shoulders.
7 foot tall, out of Chicago, Illinois, but out of Cathedral Catholic High School in San Diego, where he was a 5-star recruit and a McDonald's All-American. And McCoy gets the old-fashioned 3-point play, bucket and a field goal. And Brown with that foul checks out. Haldeman back into the game for the Panthers.
Now here comes some pressure, trying to keep the ball out of Juwan McLeod's hands and make someone else start the Panther offense.
There's a foul on Smith, trailing. Trying to keep Pickford, that phenomenal freshman you talked about.
Cannot impede Cutter's progress.
Under 10 to go here in the first half. It's UNI 17, UNLV 14.
Cook wanted a nice duck in by Cook. Now he's outside his comfort zone.
Looks to face up McCoy, though. Goes to the right hand, and Cook feeling it here in this first half.
Well, his release is so quick, Brad. It's caught McCoy by surprise because it starts at Bennett Cook's hip.
Good battle going on inside with McCoy and Cook.
Battle for real estate.
Here comes Hardy in traffic. Gets it to go. Amari Hardy, the 6'2 freshman guard out of Detroit, Michigan.
And Hardy originally committed to Oklahoma State. When Brad Underwood left, became a Rebel.
There's McLeod with the quick answer. The UNI sophomore out of Germantown, Wisconsin.
And McLeod is playing with so much confidence here. There's that battle inside, Brad, that you talked about.
And this foul goes against Brandon McCoy. And that is 2 now on McCoy. And so substitution. Coach Menzies gets Terrell Beck back up off the bench. And McCoy will exit stage left here. 3 points for him. Just 1 rebound in 8 minutes here early on.
Well, Bennett Cook is playing with extreme confidence for the Panthers. He's been tested. North Carolina, NC State, Villanova. Bennett Cook's been around. Plus he's got 2 older brothers that beat him up.
Both those older Cook brothers played at UNI. Adam Cook and Jake Cook, both were part of NCAA tournaments. All three actually part of NCAA tournament teams. As Houston gets the bucket to go.
They're going to give Shakur Houston that 12 to 15-foot jump shot. You see Cook played off because Houston can put it on the deck and get to the rim. Now they've got him on Cook.
Cook trying to go right to the rim. Count it and one. Well, Bennett Cook coming off a fantastic week in the Bahamas. And he's keeping it rolling here against the running Rebels. It's UNI by 5 here in the first half.
55% from the field, 6 of 11. But they've kicked it around. They have 10 turnovers. The pack line defense has caused the Rebels problems. And this tempo we talked about certainly is favoring the Panthers right now.
Is it impressive that UNI is getting so much of their point production from the paint?
I like the fact they're going in there because if you're going to stop a team from running, you do it by scoring at the rim and getting to the free throw line. Because now, as you can see, 5 white jerseys packed in the paint inside that three-point line. Switching the dribble weave.
UNI by 6. What a great pass from Johnson inside. The finish by Clyburn.
Haldeman turned his head. Back cut by Clyburn. Got caught watching the paint dry.
There's Cook working hard inside.
Boy, Cook is feeling it now. 11 points for the fifth-year senior. He wants the basketball.
McLeod off a screen. Tough layup. Goes halfway down and rolls out. Here comes Johnson.
And smart move by Cook to give up on the rebound. He's about to go over the back.
Hardy in traffic. Tough shot up. Carlson has a hard time coming away with it, and Hardy gets it back. Johnson for 3. It's Haldeman with the rebound for UNI.
UNI dodged a bullet there. Gave up a loose ball rebound. Wide open 3 by Johnson, but Johnson could not bury it. McLeod's really played within himself. Running the offense, not looking to score.
So many times that shot clock under 10 for UNI. Here tonight right now under 5. Haldeman's going to have to try and get it off. Cook, did he get it off before the buzzer? They're going to take a look at it.
If he did, that's a little offense by accident. As the ball bounced off a player's chest. I think Cook might have caught this one twice. Yep. A little ricochet.
Looking at it from that angle, I don't think that he got it off in time, but they will take a look. 24-20 is our score. UNI leads it by 4. Bennett Cook, the UNI senior, inside. From that angle too, looked like it was in his hand yet. 11 points for Cook inside though. And it is a shot clock violation, so he'll stay at 11. 4 for 4 shooting on the day for Bennett Cook inside.
And that is the 3rd turnover, only the 3rd turnover for Northern Iowa against this pressure defense. UNLV with 10 turns.
Luke McDonald in the game for Bennett Cook as he gets a breather for UNI. Here's Dembele.
Well, these are the type of games where your bench becomes important. We're going to talk about McCoy and Cook, but the bench for both teams stepping up.
Johnson calls for a screen. Shot clock to 5. Johnson fires the 3 and it's good.
Johnson can play. I called his games in the Summit League when he played for Milwaukee. Had a triple-double one game.
Hunter Rhodes. How'd that get in there? 7 points now for Rhodes.
What a spark off the bench for the Panthers by Hunter Rhodes.
Clyburn going to get close to the rim. He does, and he's able to finish.
You got to understand on the scouting report now, Clyburn's left-handed. He wants to come back over that right shoulder. He's done it twice. And Clyburn's trying to take this into his own hands. He's going to drive it in the heart of Northern Iowa's defense.
Clyburn's got 8 points to lead all running Rebels here tonight. Under 5 to go. Turnover as Clyburn comes up with a loose ball, and UNI gets it right back.
Coach Menzies did not like what he saw on that turnover. Dribbled in traffic, trying to spin.
Hunter Rhodes, career high 20 points last season.
South
7
Dakota
points
State
here for UNI. And there's a steal as Houston comes away with it, ahead to Clyburn and the finish.
Now that's what Coach Menzies wants to see. Pressure on the wings, tip balls. He wants 35 deflections a game. That means his defense is active in creating offense.
Pickford into the lane, and a foul is going to be called on Dembele. That will be his second personal foul. So both Dembele and McCoy with 2 fouls here in this first half for UNLV.
Well, UNLV wants to take away that drive to the middle. So we saw Clint Carlson drive earlier in the game, baseline. That time it was Pickford.
Bennett Cook back into the game along with Juwan McLeod. And for UNLV, Shea Mbaka Zhang, 6'11", freshman out of Senegal, Africa. Mbaka in the game for the first time here tonight. Pickford gets them both.
Great minutes from Hunter Rhodes for Northern Iowa off the bench. And Luke McDonald, some needed minutes. There's that ice again. Ice on the ball screens.
Pull-up jumper for Johnson, no good. Houston rebounds it inside. They've been blocked from behind by Haldeman.
Yeah, Houston, big-time rebound, but couldn't finish.
Now we're going to have a double foul called on Mbaka and Cook. And for Cook, that will be his second personal foul. And so we have.
Coach Menzies wanted to do was take away the 3-ball, contest the 3 for Northern Iowa. Northern Iowa just 1 of 6. Hunter Rhodes knocked in the 1 triple. They've taken Brown out of it, Haldeman out of it. Coach Menzies says, make Panthers beat us with tough 2s.
All right, UNI keeps possession after the double foul. There's Carlson, the jumper over Houston. And for Carlson now, he's got 6 points.
Well, great balance by Clint Carlson. Backed him in, got his feet set, squared up. Easy finish.
Houston, the jumper. No good. UNI clears the rebound.
You see 5 white jerseys in there trying to rebound again. Haldeman, a guard, pulls out the rebound.
Carlson drives, goes up for the jam, and gets contested by Mbaka.
Well, Carlson has Juices confused on the wing. He's left-handed. That time he goes with his right. Houston trying to take away the left hand.
And the foul goes on Houston, and that's his second.
You've got McCoy with 2, Houston with 2, and for the Panthers, the big man, Bennett Cook, on the bench with 2 fouls.
So Tervel Beck, the 6'7" freshman out of Cleveland, Ohio, with the nickname Nunu. The end of the lineup. Carlson's free throws. But UNI up 4, under 3 to go.
And they've kept Jordan Johnson under wraps, the Panther defense.
There's Mooring. And Mbaka able to finish inside.
Mbaka, nice job of keeping the rebound above his head. Active on the glass.
Pickford fires the 3. Off the mark, and offensively Pickford's been quiet. Just 2 points, both coming from the free throw line, but hustle plays like that will get you plenty of floor time.
Ted Freeman kept that ball alive. Pickford gets the loose ball. UNLV.
How about that?
Small world.
There's a block inside by Mbaka. Running Rebels. Trying to turn up the tempo here. The final 2 minutes. Mooring in the lane, does not get the roll.
And since McCoy's went out, it's opened up more driving lanes for UNLV. You see they're trying to drive it to the nail. They don't have a big man plugging up the middle.
How about points per game? UNLV averaging 96 points per game. They're at 29 with less than 2 to go in the first half.
And McLeod took that one into too much traffic. A little false motion with this dribble weave out front.
Active hands defensively, UNI with the basketball. Here's McLeod on the run.
Well, Northern Iowa's winning the battle for 50-50 balls. These are two closely matched teams. 50-50 balls will be huge.
Haldeman fires the three, and it's good. Spencer Haldeman, 5 points now.
Spencer Haldeman caught it on the pin down, took his time, squared his shoulders. Nothing but net.
Haldeman's first three of the night, a 46% long-range shooter. Under a minute to go. UNI up 5. Carlson backs it out. 6-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. McLeod guarded tightly by Johnson. McLeod to the rim, stripped by Johnson, and it'll be UNI to inbound it with just 2 seconds on the shot clock. And now Anthony Smith checks in. Clyburn will check out. 10 points for Clyburn in this first half. Leading all running Rebels scores. Inbounds to Carlson, has to shoot it right away. Offensive rebound by Pickford, and it's blocked away by Mbaka. Final seconds, Carlson's shot up, no good. And there is your halftime horn. It is a 5-point lead for the UNI Panthers. Turnovers into 11 points, and the defense all over UNLV. Their lowest point total at the half this season. Previously it was 42 points. And UNI just allowing 29 in this first half. Bennett Cook, a huge first half for UNI. 11 points, 4 of 4 shooting. As both him and Chris Clyburn for UNLV. Perfect shooting on the floor in this first half. Alongside Kevin Lehman, I am Brad Wells. We welcome you into the McLeod Center, where the UNI Panthers are hosting the UNLV Running Rebels, and UNI trying to go right back to Cook and his first miss of the game.
Well, they forced Cook to go over his right shoulder. He prefers the left.
McCoy showing his range, but left it short. Then we saw McCoy knocking down some threes in shoot-around earlier today. He hit 6 in a row, so he can certainly step out and knock it in. But Bennett Cook having himself a day inside.
Well, they're taking away that left shoulder. Cook going back to his right. Nice move on the big freshman. Cook and McCoy battling for real estate inside.
Here's Mooring, a sharpshooter for the Running Rebels. He wants to try and drive. Tough fadeaway. Off the mark, rebounded by Cook as he throws it out of bounds off of Houston. The officials now will talk it over, and they're going to say UNI basketball.
Jordan Johnson averaging 16 a game has been held to 3 points by this Panther defense.
Our officials today, Vern Harris, Randy McCall, and Larry Spalding, the Mountain West Conference crew.
No double on Cook.
Cook left it short. Houston the rebound.
Again, he tries to go with that right shoulder. The scouting report's going to take away his left shoulder where he can come with his right hand. Pickford on Johnson.
Here's Johnson on the drive. The kick to Clyburn. He continues to stay hot. Clyburn's 3 gives him 13. And here's a steal by Houston. Houston, the National Junior College Player of the Year last season. It's a feed inside to McCoy, the McDonald's All-American, and that's the easiest 2 he'll have all season.
He just threw Bennett Cook down like a rag doll as they went high-low. Houston to the freshman McCoy. And that last trip up for the Panthers, McLeod left his feet with nowhere to go.
Carlson throws it away. Here comes Mooring, trying to push the pace, and Brown undercut him. It'll be free throws coming for Javon Mooring, the 6'2 senior.
Well, there's a turnover. The halftime talk by Coach Menzies is turn up the juice, man. Get out in the pressing lanes. Let's score some offense with our defense.
Isaiah Brown picks up foul number 3. And so the second UNI Panther with 3 personal fouls. Austin Fife got 3 quick ones in limited minutes of that first half. And Mooring with his first point of the game, 0 for 6 from the floor for Javon Mooring. He's a 44% free throw shooter on the season.
Well, Mooring was the point guard last year and their leading scorer, now to a more natural position at the 2 guard. But the defensive job by the Panthers on Jordan Johnson. Jordan Johnson is the head of the snake. They cut the head off in the first half. Can they continue to do it?
Cook gets blocked, but able to get it back. Goes right back to McCoy and draws the foul. That will go against Houston, and that will be his 3rd personal.
Now, initial pass, they are not doubling Cook in the block. They think McCoy can handle him himself because, as Coach Menzies says, we got to take away the 3 ball if you're going to beat the Panthers. That's why Cook has been getting one-on-one inside and paying huge dividends for Northern Iowa.
Travell Beck back into the game. Houston checks out. It's UNI 37, UNLV 36. That free throw has slowed down a UNLV 7-2 run that quickly erased the UNI 5-point halftime lead. And the free throws by Cook have the Panthers in front by 2.
Well, Houston with his 3rd. Huge break for the Panthers.
Mooring the fadeaway. That's Cook with the rebound. As UNI pushing it in transition. Carlson left wide open. He was looking to pass. Defenders left him all alone.
Froze the defender like he was going to kick it out. Sneaky play by Clint Carlson.
Calling for it inside is McCoy. Quick turnaround shot is good.
Boy, he worked for that one, Brad. Fife had McCoy pushed off his sweet spot, but the big freshman just turns around and splashes it over his right shoulder.
7 points for McCoy, just 1 rebound today. Averages a double-double as Cook gets another bucket, and he's got 17 on the night.
Early footwork by Cook, putting his name on it inside. He gets it in the paint in front of the rim. Left shoulder turnaround, tough to stop.
McCoy calling for it inside. He wants to try and answer that Cook bucket. Here's the freshman. He does answer. Now Kevin averages 20 points, 13 rebounds, and McCoy now 9 points. Just 1 rebound on the evening, but starting to get it going offensively.
Held the 3 points in the first half as he only played 8 minutes because of foul problems, but this is mano-mano here. You've got McCoy and Cook, no doubles. They're playing a little game of horse.
The 5th-year senior keeps it going. Bennett Cook.
Whatever you can do, I can do better. Now it's going to be back to McCoy. Cook sneaks around, taps it loose.
19 points, and the Panther fans in the McLeod Center to their feet. Cook wants it again. And Bennett Cook has 21.
McCoy tries to go down to draw the foul, but no calls it.
In the corner, this is Clyburn. And Clyburn still has not missed. And a timeout taken by UNLV will take us to a break. It's Bennett Cook with...
Cook is shooting 67% on the season. He is 8 of 11 today against the McDonald's All-American. Cook has been in double figures all 8 games for the Panthers. And he wants the ball on the block.
UNLV has made their last 3 shots. UNI has made their last 4 shots. Bennett Cook now with 21 points.
Again, trying to keep the ball in McLeod's hands to make someone else start the offense.
McCoy getting a breather. UNI goes inside to Bennett Cook. This time working against Dembele.
Well, they still are not doubling Cook. The Rebs are going to say, beat us with 2s. We're not going to give up the 3 ball.
Back over to Mooring. Deep 3. Wow. The senior from Chicago steps back.
Well, we talked about Jordan Johnson, Shakur Houston, Brandon McCoy, but I told you the wings will be the factor in this game because there's going to be open 3s for UNLV if they catch the Panthers in rotations.
Mooring, number 3 on the team in scoring this season, averages over 15 points per game. Possession stays with the Panthers. Checking in, Austin Fife, the 6'9" freshman. He'll be in when we come back. Tied at 46.
The Rebels continue to let him go mano-mano against the freshman McCoy. Cook's been winning that battle. He's on the bench now. Can Austin Fife play without fouling? He's picked up 3 in the first half. They need his minutes. The freshman, Austin Fife.
Fife only played 3 minutes in that first half, and 2 quick ones, and then that third one followed shortly thereafter. Shot clock down to 5 for UNI already. Carlson, the turnaround shot is good.
Ooh, high degree of difficulty, but great patience by Carlson.
Preseason second team All Missouri Valley Conference pick. Moore with the shot, no good. And it's going to be UNI basketball. That's UNLV's first missed 3-pointer of this second half. They were 3 for 3.
Well, the senior, Jovan Moore, is trying to take this game over. Chris Clyburn, big first half. They're getting UNI caught in rotations. Jordan Johnson has gotten some penetration. Carlson having to start the offense. And the hero of the first half, Rhodes, number 21 in white for the Panthers.
Rhodes with 7 points off the bench in that first half. He's guarded by Johnson right now. Here's Fife, fires the 3. Offensive rebound for Carlson. The fadeaway, no good. Here comes UNLV.
Heat check by Carlson.
There's an offensive foul as Clint Carlson stands strong and takes a charge.
Well, we talk about building the wall. Exactly what the Panthers did in defensive transition. Carlson back and waiting. Feet outside the restricted area. Easy call for the officials. Now here's the pressure by the running Rebs. You can see Jordan Johnson's going to front Rhodes. But the luxury of this is Carlson, as a 4-man, has the ball handling skills, Brad, to start your offense. And the same thing with Haldeman, combo guard.
For UNLV, McCoy back into the game, as well as Chris Clyburn. And there's an errant pass, and the running Rebels get it back.
Well, Carlson got a little pressure. He's going to back cut Pickford. He zigged. Pickford thought he was going to zag. But a dead ball turnover, therefore the Rebs cannot get going downhill. They'd like this dribble weave. Trying to get Johnson penetration.
Pull up jumper for Johnson is no good. Rebound by Smith. He'll fire the 3. That's off the mark, and Pickford up high for the rebound. And a foul against UNLV.
And Pickford's 7th rebound. Watch him go get this in traffic.
Pretty good shove there by Smith.
Yeah, that's just
pretty good fight with him and Haldeman.
Man's rebound by Pickford. He's playing above the rim.
And we see McCoy pulling Smith away from the officials. And that'll be 2 fouls.
As Haldeman tried to do a chest-to-chest block out, and Smith shoves him aside. So Haldeman at the free throw line, an excellent free throw shooter for the Panthers.
First free throw is good. Haldeman, 67% free throw shooter on the year.
Yeah, I got
Gets
the explanation there from Randy McCall. Excessive contact. Brad was a flagrant 1, so it's going to be 2 free throws by Haldeman, and then Northern Iowa gets the basketball back. And it goes as a personal against Smith and a team foul.
So UNI's lead is at 4 as we approach the 12-minute mark here in this second half.
They have a chance for a 4 or 5 point play.
There's Carlson inside. He's already into double figures with 11. He's got 13. Clint Carlson, 6 of 14 shooting from the floor tonight.
Well, Carlson's going to work. He's put a little clinic on Shakur Houston and how to play at 10 foot.
There's a foul on Austin Fife inside. That is number 4. It's the UNI.
74-64. Big nights from Britton Scott with 25. Jordan Barnes with 25. As the Sycamores hit 11 triples.
Wow.
To take down Air Force. Remember, this is that Indiana State team that went into Bloomington and beat Indiana 90-69.
And that game played at Indiana State. Home teams holding serve so far in this challenge this season. Is that right?
That is
all 3
correct.
home teams won yesterday.
Boise State with the win over Loyola, but Missouri State gets a win at home. Valpo the win at home.
So a quick 5th after picking up his 4th personal foul. Austin Fife, the young freshman out of Waverly. His short night is done.
The freshman Blues got to learn to play without fouling.
Fouled out with 11:34 to go here in this second half. So Bennett Cook inside defending McCoy, but there is Houston just going right around Clint Carlson, and a pretty easy 2 right next to the rim.
Well, Carlson's had his way with Houston. Now Houston says, hey, I'm going to give it right back to you. We've seen the same thing with this matchup with Bennett Cook and the youngster Brandon McCoy going head to head. Carlson wants it again.
That's tipped away from behind, but Cook able to keep it alive. Shot clock at 3. Carlson the deep 3. Johnson tipped it up and kept it alive as McCoy grabbed the rebound.
A good job by Rhodes meeting Jordan Johnson at the point of attack.
This is Hardy into the lane. Tough shot. Off balance. Here comes Rhodes.
Panthers push it, but then they settle into their half-court offense. McCoy's being more aggressive with Cook, trying to get him out of the sweet spot.
Cook attacks McCoy. In and out. Here comes Clyburn. Clyburn, a team high 16. It's been deadly from deep. Pull-up jumper good for 2. He's got 18 points. Clyburn 6 for 6 shooting, has not missed. 2 for 2 from outside.
Chris Clyburn, he's come to this game with an agenda.
His career high 19 points came against Eastern Washington. He was 3 for 4 from 3-point range.
The lefty came in averaging under 10 a game, but Clyburn feeling his way tonight.
That's going to be 3 on McCoy. As you see Cook going in, a little bump. And there's 2 free throws coming. As see the explanation from Randy McCall for Brandon McCoy.
McCoy's not used to playing this slower pace of game where he's got to dig into the block defensively. There's no double team. He's playing against a fifth-year senior in Bennett Cook. And a rare miss from the charity stripe for Bennett Cook.
Javon Mooring back into the game as Hardy checks out. McLeod and Haldeman join the floor. It's Brown, Carlson, and Cook for UNI. Cook gets 1 of 2.
Rhodes did a nice job on Jordan Johnson. Now McLeod back in. They keep putting fresh bodies on the point guard.
This foul goes against McLeod. Look at Johnson's quick first step. McLeod thought he had a steal.
Understand now, Jordan Johnson, second in the nation in assists. He's been held in check. 4 assists tonight for the fifth-year senior transfer out of Milwaukee.
8 assists per game. Averages close to 16 points per game. Here's Houston trying to get it going.
And again, a guard rebounding for Northern Iowa as they continue to gang rebound.
Houston with 8 points, 5 rebounds.
Cook's in deep.
It's a poor pass. Mooring looking to take advantage and gets it to fall.
No, nice pick by Javon Mooring. He read that pass from Brown back out to the point. Those are the turnovers that Northern Iowa desperately needs to avoid.
Mooring.
UNLV they want to play downhill. They want to get in those passing lanes.
Mooring, though he's a shooting guard, played a little point last season, was named 3rd team All Mountain West Conference. Here's Cook. Doesn't get it to go, and here's UNLV looking to push the pace.
McCoy won that battle.
Johnson wanted to swing it out to the wing, but McCoy was a late trailer, was in the way, and now UNI gets it back. The rebound knocked out of bounds.
Excellent inside position by Isaiah Brown on that rebound. The Panthers trying to hold off the Rebs. UNLV trying to get their running game going.
Pickford back in for UNI. A quiet night for the UNI freshman. 2 points. Does have 7 rebounds to lead UNI in that category. Cook starting to struggle inside now. Back-to-back misses for the 5th-year senior.
Well, McCoy has taken away Cook's pet move over that left shoulder, making him come back to his right shoulder where he's not as effective.
Mooring in the lane. Tough shot. The tip in by Houston, no good. It's knocked out of bounds by Haldeman off of Houston's knee. It'll be Panther basketball. The UNI defense, UNI Panthers squad right in front of you. The teams they played open at North Carolina, number 9 in the country. And their last week at Battle for Atlantis, a win over SMU, a win over NC State, and then you play number 5 Villanova. Those are your 2 losses. Top 10 teams, North Carolina and Villanova.
And the rest of the battle, you got Drake with a win over Wake Forest. We talked about Indiana State winning at Indiana. Illinois State with a win against South Carolina. Valley, tough as usual. And Valpo, one of the few undefeated teams left in the country, along with this UNLV team.
Carlson, the floater in the lane is good. He's got 15 points.
I really like the way Carlson has settled in. He's confident, he's on balance, and now he's showing great leadership as he pulls in his 2 guards and has a talk.
There's another look at Carlson, the shot fake. And McCoy had to make a decision there. Do you come up and take Carlson or stay back with Cook?
And Carlson can put it on. If he's left-handed, he can put it on the deck with his right hand.
Houston's into double figures now after that basket. He's got 10. It ends a 2-minute drought for the running Rebels.
Houston with great upper body strength. If he gets an edge on you, it's tough to stop. And this has been an excellent matchup to watch here. Carlson against number 10 in red, Houston.
This one's been pretty good too. Bennett Cook going against McCoy. McCoy with the rebound.
I think Cook's getting a little tired. His shots are all short now. And McCoy has pushed Cook out just that another 12 to 18 inches that made it more difficult. And now Carlson talking to his teammate Cook, trying to settle him down, get your confidence back. You want the ball in your sweet spot.
McLeod commits the foul. That's his second. Bennett Cook, though, he's been in the zone here. 22 points, 8 of 15 shooting so far. He was 4 for 4 in that first half. As Johnson gets the free throw to roll home, he's got 4 points, and Jordan Johnson averages 16 a game. Comes in with that impressive 48 assist to 19 turnover ratio, an 80% free throw shooter. Gets them both.
The Revs up by a penny. Johnson has struggled from the field, but getting to the free throw line. Big possession for UNI.
Cook calling for it inside.
See how he's got him out just a little bit farther than usual?
Little double team came. Cook shot off the mark. There's a steal by Pickford.
Nice read by Pickford. Had Haldeman for a second, open for a three.
UNI's been very patient offensively. Pickford for three. Pickford's 0 for 6 from the floor here tonight. This is Mooring. Pickford goes up for the rebound, though.
He may be 0 for 6, but he is getting on the defensive glass. The freshman phenom, Taiwan Pickford.
8 rebounds for Pickford.
Comes to play in steel-toed boots. Does all the dirty work.
Haldeman wants to put UNI in front. Too strong. Rebound to Clyburn.
Boy, nice set play to get Haldeman an open look.
About Johnson.
Well, it's been one and done for UNLV. The Panthers continue to do an excellent job of blocking out, but UNLV has taken away the three ball now. It's 2 of 12 from distance for UNI, and that's what Coach Menzies said. We're going to make the Panthers beat us with tough twos.
Here's McLeod. That would be a definition of a tough two. The defense by McCoy. Here comes Johnson. Quickly to the offensive end and out of control. That'll be an offensive foul every time.
Well, Jordan Johnson trying to speed this game up, but again, Clint Carlson, the senior, he understands where that restricted arc is. Get your feet out, give your body up for your team. I like the game with Clint Carlson. Struggled last year, struggled to shoot the ball last year. He has really come on strong as a leader.
Last season, 8.3 points per game was his average. It followed a sophomore season, which he was named MVC All-Bench Team and part of the All-Tournament team. 17 points in the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament title game against Evansville. It sent UNI to the NCAA tournament.
New look for the Panthers, little high double horns to high-low.
Carlson no good. Impressive athletic play by Mooring to stay in bounds and keep possession. And a timeout taken by UNLV here. 3:57 to go, second half. It's a 1-point game. UNLV trying to grab a win on the road. The UNI Panthers trying to hold on their home floor.
Triples, and there's off penetration from Johnson. Again, bangs it in from deep.
He's got 18 points, 5 rebounds. You mentioned that. Has not missed. He is 6 for 6. For UNI's Bennett Cook, 22 points, 8 of 16 shooting, 5 rebounds for him.
The junior out of Detroit, Chris Clyburn, trying to put this Rebel team on his back and will them to their first road win and their first road trip of the season.
Mooring for 3, and the lead up to 4 now for UNLV.
There's the senior, Jovan Mooring. Hit a tough year last year playing out of possession. Loves that two-guard spot.
Still led the team in scoring last season. 12.6 points per game. Mooring in double figures with 10. Here's Cook inside. Stripped from behind by Houston.
Cook dropped the ball. Put it below his waist, let the defender get in.
Mooring feeling the hot hand.
Heat check by Mooring. Panthers need to score.
Over 3.5 minutes since the Panthers have scored. That basket by Mooring after the timeout ended a 2-minute drought by UNLV.
Well, they've been digging holes, but coming up dry.
McLeod the kick. Pickford the three. Long rebound. Here comes Clyburn. Out to Mooring. Had trouble getting a handle on that one.
Yeah, the pass below his knees. And Pickford wasn't on balance on that last three. Panthers continue to come up dry.
Carlson the lean in. It's a 2-point game.
Well, Cook has cooled off. The other senior, Carlson, trying to put the Panthers on his back.
Clyburn lost it, knocked out of bounds by UNI. It'll stay with UNLV 18 up on the shot clock. McCoy and Cook giving themselves a workout inside. They're grabbing their knees right now.
It has been a battle between those two. No double teams on Cook this entire game. The freshman McCoy has tried to handle the senior Cook with 22. McCoy with 9 of his own.
Johnson to the basket, blocked away by Cook.
Well, not only blocked it, Brad, but kept it in bounds and possession for the Panthers. That's a big time play.
Under 2 minutes to play. Carlson. Shot clock down to 5. Cook, a quick turnaround shot. No good. Pickford fighting for the offensive rebound, and he's fouled on the putback.
Well, there's our freshman, Tywan Pickford, with his 9th rebound, and none more important than that one, in traffic, 6'4".
And that foul goes on Shakur Houston, and that is foul number 4 on Houston.
Pickford leads the Valley in rebounding. Just a freshman out of Maple Grove, Minnesota. And he was injured after his junior year, didn't get on the summer circuit. Northern Iowa picked him up late. Great signee for the Panthers.
Pickford gets 1 of 2. It is a 1-point UNLV lead. Tip pass. UNLV able to keep it alive. How about Clyburn? 7 for 7 now. A career high, 20 points.
Clyburn is putting the running Rebs on his back, trying to will them to victory.
Clyburn, 6'6" junior out of Detroit, Michigan, out of Ranger College.
Well, he's picked up the slack. McCoy with only 9, keeping her averaging over 20. The sensational freshman for the Rebs.
UNLV, though, with a 3-point lead, 1 minute to go. There's Cook inside, working against McCoy. And it's Bennett Cook now with 24, just 1 away from his career high. It's a 1-point game.
Balance, footwork, and patience. Cook worked himself back to that left shoulder half hook, his pet move.
Johnson the kickback. Houston trying to flip it to McCoy. It's taken away.
Oh, nice read by Carlson and Pickford. Numbers.
Bennett Cook to the corner. He throws it away. A foul is called, though, underneath the basket. as Cook's down on the floor.
Well, don't give your 5-man the ball in transition. Dangerous.
So that goes on Mooring, sliding just outside of that circle. And what a break that is for UNI as Cook threw it away.
Well, that's get off the tracks. The train's coming as Cook is out of control. But Mooring slid just enough that he was not set. And now Cook, an excellent free throw shooter at the line for the Panthers.
So 7th team foul. It's a 1-and-1. And Bennett Cook ties it up.
And Cook has gone to what you call kind of a bit of a baby jump shot on his free throws as he leaves the floor, but he has been outstanding from the line this season.
Bennett Cook has matched his career high 25 points. And we are locked at 61 as Cook misses the second. UNLV. 10 seconds to go, an opportunity to win.
It's going to be a ball screen. Johnson trying to get penetration.
Johnson into the lane. The floater no good. How about overtime?
I'm putting my seatbelt on and enjoying this one, Brad. I'm up
61 at the end of regulation.
It's been a half-court game in Northern Iowa's favor. UNLV has caused some little more havoc with their defense in the second half. UNI with 9 turnovers, but the running Rebs, 18 turnovers. Most of those have come in their half-court offense because Northern Iowa has built the wall, protected the house, closed up the driving lanes. The Rebs used to play in a more open court style.
McCoy off the tip gives UNLV the opening possession here in OT.
Pickford with 9 rebounds.
Corner 3 for Mooring. It's a rebound to McLeod.
Mooring like to have that shot again. Wide open. Left corner. Misfired.
Clint Carlson has turned it on here. 17 points.
10 in the second half as Carlson has really played well.
Shot fake, he still gets it to go over top of Houston. Houston playing with 4 fouls. He's got to be careful inside.
And that's why they keep going to Carlson, attacking number 10, Houston, with the 4 fouls.
Here's Clyburn. That's his first missed field goal of the game. Haldeman comes up with the loose ball. Now Pickford able to throw it ahead to McLeod. McLeod against Johnson. And Johnson whistled for the foul.
Well, these 2 point guards, McLeod and Johnson, have basically canceled each other out. Their defense has been so good they can't get in transition. McLeod just 1 for 6 from the field. Johnson 1 for 10. It's been about great defense.
Clyburn.
To go with anybody.
He couldn't pick one.
Rick Pitino, he worked for Rick Pitino, and that's where you see all that pressure defense. Steve Fisher at San Diego State, and he was an assistant at UNLV under Lon Kruger. So he's back familiar with the UNLV program. Tremendous success at New Mexico State for Marvin Menzies.
Well, Kevin, we talked in our pregame about the double-double watch for UNI Taiwan Pickford and for UNLV Brandon McCoy. Both average double-double numbers on the season. But your double-double update tonight, it's Houston with a double-double. 10 points, 10 rebounds for the UNLV junior.
And Houston came to this game tied with his teammate McCoy at second in the nation in rebounds at 13 per game.
McLeod Center gets the first of 2. A 67% free throw shooter on the season.
He's improved dramatically. Last year's shot just a little over 50%. Your point guard's got to be able to make free throws because they're going to have the ball in late game situations.
And McLeod gets 1 of 2. So UNLV will look for some offensive answers. And Johnson will provide him.
One of the few times Jordan Johnson's been able to turn the corner on that high ball screen. The Panthers have been trying to ice it and keep it on the sideline.
UNI with the basketball, a 1-point lead. McLeod picks up his dribble and was in trouble for a moment.
McLeod hasn't shot it well, but he's played a very good floor game.
Carlson left it short. Houston another rebound.
Well, I would keep attacking Houston's 4 fouls. Clint Carlson.
Defensive foul on Haldeman.
Well, Morey got just a little bit of an edge on Haldeman's recovery. Forced the contact, and now at the free throw line.
Morey, it'll be a 1-and-1, 7th team foul against UNI since halftime. Missed the front end.
And the 10th rebound for the freshman, Tywan Pickford.
Morey, a 91% free throw shooter too, misses the front end. Near steal. Now Haldeman for 3. Pickford skies for the putback.
Oh, we use the term dirty rebounds. Pickford working the backside. Just goes up amongst the bodies. Great control and finish by the freshman.
McCoy's calling for it inside. UNLV can't get it to him. Houston goes to work. Off the mark. And it will be UNI basketball.
There's number 4 in white. Unchecked on the weak side. You better put a body on that young man, because he will hurt you on the offensive glass.
5 points, 11 rebounds for Tywan Pickford, the true freshman out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, out of Maple Grove High School.
What I like about Pickford, you don't have to run a play for him. He's going to get you double-figure rebounds, and he might get you double-figure points.
There's Bennett Cook, two-handed over Houston. And that's a career high, now at 27.
Great read by Haldeman off the ball screen.
Johnson, who went halfway down and popped out. UNI by 5 with a minute and a half to play.
Carlson wants to come out, settle his team down. Leadership by the senior. Houston with 4.
Carlson gets another 2. He's got 21.
That is a wicked move by the big lefty, Clint Carlson.
He came in averaging 6.7 points per game. Here's Pickford getting involved.
Look at that pocket pass by Haldeman. Cook with great hands. And then Carlson. That may be the dagger.
1 minute to play. And here's a foul on McCoy.
Well, you see a frustrated freshman in Brandon McCoy. Hasn't got the touches. Has not got the ball where he's wanted it. Foul problems in the first half. And Cook has just stayed the course. Played through a tough stretch where he missed shots. Gathered himself mentally. Has come back stronger in the overtime for the Panthers.
Cook gets the first. There's head coach Ben Jacobson in his 12th season at UNI. Second free throw off the mark.
Now you got to take away the 3 ball. Switch to ball screens if you're UNI.
McLeod with the steal. And Juwan McLeod coming up with a big turnover, Kevin. He's been a little quiet offensively, but he's still managed a pretty good game at the point guard spot.
He really has. He hasn't shot it well, but he's done the little things that helps your team win. And his defensive work on Jordan Johnson has been phenomenal. You got a 5th-year senior in Jordan Johnson And McLeod, a young sophomore coming of age.
McLeod now with 4 points. And that was the 20th turnover committed by UNLV.
Now McLeod is named to the all-tournament team at the Battle for Atlantis. That was a huge confidence boost for this young man out of Wisconsin.
He knocks down a couple of free throws and puts UNI in front by 10. UNLV 6-0 on the season. It's a slam by Dembele. A timeout taken by head coach Marvin Menzies. Well, the UNI Panthers, we talked about their season so far. 5
turnovers for the Running Rebs, just 9 for Northern Iowa. And Ben Jacobson told me, if we get our turnovers down to 10, 4 more possessions a game, this team can be really efficient at the offensive end. Just 9 TOs. And so did Juices. So the defense by Northern Iowa, the pack line shrinking the floor, really caused some problems for the Running Rebs.
UNLV showing their full court pressure, and Carlson is fouled. And it goes against Jordan Johnson. That'll be his 4th. And to the free throw line goes Carlson. He's 1 of 2 tonight on the season. Coming in was just 1 of 2. First free throw makes it a 9-point lead.
What I'm excited about, Brad, is this Valley race. Northern Iowa picked 2nd in the preseason behind Missouri State, just ahead of Loyola. This is going to be an outstanding, balanced league, and the bottom is so much better.
Long rebound to Houston. He'll fire the 3. It's good. UNI leads it by 7 and needs to inbound it, run 13 seconds off the clock. Cook gets fouled and he'll go to the free throw line. As Houston fouls out, his double-double night finishes with 13 points, 13 rebounds.
And played through some foul problems. What a matchup to watch was Clint Carlson against Shukor Houston.
So Houston will check out as Travell Beck comes in.
This Mountain West Valley Challenge Series, the home team has now won 3 games. Or make that 4 as Boise State won at home against Loyola. Of course, Indiana State with a win tonight over Air Force behind Britton Scott's 25 and Jordan Barnes' 25 points. And now Northern Iowa holding serve at home here over the Running Rebs.
So Bennett Cook's career high hits 30. And there's the final rebound. It goes to Taiwan Pickford. 77-68, your final in overtime. The UNLV